Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Continuing on with College Football Saturday, got another one for you. We're going back out west of the Pac-12. USC, UCLA, great game. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Trojans are on the road at the Rose Bowl here. The line is UCLA +3. Early public is on the Bruins, but a lot of sharp money in on USC early. 88% of the money on the Trojans as of Monday morning. But the money does not stay on USC for long because here we are on Saturday night. It's done a complete 180. 68% of the tickets, 74% of the money is now on UCLA. Books react and drop the line. We're now looking at UCLA +2.5. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be UCLA +0.11, so basically a pick 'em. So that means we got a 2.5 point lean on the Bruins here. All right, so we got an awesome game, like I said. Before we break down the matchup, let's first take a look at the Pac-12 standings so we understand what this game means. Obviously, the top two play in the Pac-12 championship. In case you don't understand how the new Pac-12 works, there's no divisions now. One conference, top two play. And if USC wins this game, they are in. Their last game is against Notre Dame, a non-conference game. So if USC beats UCLA tonight, USC will play in the Pac-12 championship game. Now, if UCLA is to beat USC, things are going to get crazy in the Pac-12 because Utah also plays Oregon tonight. So the winner of that game will most likely get the 1 seed, and then there could very well be a 4-way tie for the second spot in the Pac-12. To which, according to my understanding, it goes to strength or your record against common opponents, and it gets real confusing. It depends on who wins. Also, Oregon still has to play Oregon State next week, so they could win and then lose, and then shit would get real crazy. So let's just say this. If USC wins, they're in. That's a fact. If UCLA wins, they have a pretty good shot at getting in. So let's match these two teams up. And the first thing that jumped out at me is USC's performances on the road. They haven't been that great. In fact, the Trojans don't have a ton of really impressive wins on the season so far. I mean, if you look at USC's schedule, what are the most impressive wins? You got to say 45-17 over Fresno State. I mean, 42-25 over Arizona State. 30-14 over Washington State. That's probably their most impressive win. 16-point win over a pretty good Washington State team. Honestly, if you look at USC's road games, they really don't look that great. Obviously, their lone loss comes to Utah on the road. But one thing we did learn in that game is nobody can stop the USC offense, because at Utah is one of the toughest spots for an offense to go and put up points. And damn, there are not many teams in the FBS that can go into Utah and put up 42 points. They lost, I think it was 43-42, but that's a lot of points on the Utah defense in Utah. UCLA's defense doesn't even belong in the same sentence as Utah's defense. I mean, we just saw Jaden DeLaura and the Arizona offense torch the Bruins defense last week. Take a look at some of these point totals from the UCLA schedule. Ready? They gave up 34 points to Arizona, 36 to Arizona State, and we know, actually that offense has been explosive at times, but 36 to Arizona State is not good. 45 to Oregon, 32 to Utah, 32 to Washington, 31 to South Alabama. On paper, the USC Trojans should score 45-50 points on this UCLA defense. But here's the thing, UCLA might hang 45 or 50 on them right back. There is nothing, and I mean nothing on the USC defense that can slow down DTR and Charbonnet. These guys are good as hell. Dorian Thompson-Robinson was almost in tears after his upset loss to Arizona last week. It's senior night in UCLA, his final home game as starting quarterback for UCLA. He's going to show up ready to play. DTR and Charbonnet are going to be looking to put on a show in this game. You remember the hero ball that we saw from Thompson-Robinson in the back-to-back big upset wins earlier in the year? It was against Washington and against Utah. They had back-to-back upset wins, and DTR looked unstoppable. I think that hero ball is coming back. That's the version of DTR we're going to see tonight. I don't see a ton of value on this game. It's just a great football game that I'm excited to watch. It won't be more than a half-unit bet, but if I have to pick a side, how do I not take the points at home? I can't see USC slowing down the UCLA offense, and Caleb Williams is just going to have to play catch-up, which he's capable of doing, but eventually Charbonnet, that run game is just going to be too much, and it's going to pull away. So I'll take the points for a half unit. Give me UCLA plus 2.5. Let's lock it in. If anything changes with this bet, I'll let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you're interested in the final tickets, which is the bet of the day, top 7 bets, parlays of the day, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. College football, week 12, conference championships right around the corner, rivalry week next week. Things are heating up. Let's have ourselves a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you on Twitter.